Chuck Akre's investments have shown remarkable performance compared to the S&P 500. This long-term outperformance highlights the strength and consistency of his investment strategy. So, what is it? Well, his investment philosophy can be summarized as long-term value investing. He also created an approach to investing called a three-legged stool. This metaphorical three-legged stool describes what he is looking for in an investment: extraordinary business, talented management, and great reinvestment opportunities. So in this video, we will go through the history of his 10 biggest US investments. We will see what changes he made to his portfolio recently, and hopefully we will learn a lot about his investment style. And thanks to that, we can become better investors ourselves. Chuck Akre owns 18 stocks in his US portfolio, which is worth around $12 billion. And his top 10 positions are Mastercard, Moody's, American Tower, Visa, O'Reilly Automotive, KKR, Roper Technologies, CoStar Group, Brookfield Corporation, Adobe, and others. Okay, so let's go through the history of these investments and see what changes he made to them in the recent past, and let's start with Adobe. It makes up 4.34% of his portfolio, and last quarter he reduced this position by 11.26%. It is an American computer software company that specializes in software for creation of wide range of content, including graphics, photography, animation, video, and print. Chuck Akre bought his first shares in Q1 2020 for around $318. It seems that when the stock fell down around Q3 2022, he decided to sell a number of shares not to lose any of the money. And now he's slowly securing the gains, even though they are probably not very impressive. Next up is Brookfield Corporation. It makes up 5.13% of his portfolio, and last quarter he added to this position 0.65%. Brookfield Corporation is a Canadian company that is one of the world's largest alternative investment management companies, with over $725 billion of assets under management. Chuck Akre bought his first shares in Q3 2019 for around $35, and he kept on adding to this position through the years, especially in the last year when the price fell to under $35. So it seems he believes in Brookfield, and the current price drop that was caused by the spin-off is for him an opportunity to buy even more shares at a lower price. Then we have CoStar Group. It makes up 5.28% of his portfolio, and last quarter he did not make any changes to this position. This company provides information, analytics, and marketing services to the commercial real estate industry. Chuck Akre bought his first shares of this company in Q4 2019 for around $59. And in less than a year, he made this investment a very meaningful one. Next up is Roper Technology. It makes up 6.64% of his portfolio, and last quarter he did not make any changes to this position. This company operates businesses that design and develop software and technology for a variety of different markets. Chuck Akre bought his first shares in Q1 2014 for around $133. So that is one of his long-term investments. He kept on adding to it, and only when it got to around $400, he sold a small portion of the investment. He's not making any moves with this position in the recent years, so it seems that he intends to keep it and just let it compound. And now we get to KKR. It makes up 7.11% of his portfolio, and recently he added to this position 0.38%. KKR is an American investment company that manages multiple alternative asset classes, including private equity, energy infrastructure, real estate, credit, and much more. Chuck Akre bought his first shares in Q1 2018 for around $20, and he kept on adding to this position as long as the price was below $45. His fifth biggest position is O'Reilly Automotive. It makes up 8.87% of his portfolio, and last quarter he reduced this position by 5.79%. It is an American auto parts retailer that provides parts, tools, and equipment to professional service providers and to do-it-yourself customers. Unfortunately, we don't know when he bought his first shares of this company because we have data only since Q4 2009. At that time, the price was around $38. We see that he added a lot to this position when the price was around $250, and right now the price is closer to $1,000. So this is a beautiful investment. He is selling slowly his shares, securing the gains, so it's going to be interesting to see, is this just a correction in the portfolio, or is he actually thinking about closing this position in the coming years? The fourth biggest investment is Visa. It makes up 9.74% of his portfolio, and last quarter he did not make any changes to this position. Visa enables money transfers through the world, most commonly through Visa-branded credit cards, debit cards, and prepaid cards. Chuck Akre bought some shares in Q4 2009 but sold them pretty quickly, and then, after over a year, he came back to this company, but this time with a much bigger investment. He started to buy when the price was around $30 and kept on adding even when it got to around $150. He made a small sell a few quarters ago at around $200 per share, but this company is definitely one of his long-term investments. His third biggest investment is American Tower. It makes up 10.9% of his portfolio, and last quarter he reduced this position by 3.63%. American Tower is a real estate investment trust which owns and operates wireless and broadband communication infrastructure in several countries. Unfortunately, we don't know when he bought his first shares because we have data only since Q4 2009, and by then he already owned a number of shares of this company. And through the years he kept on adding, especially when the price was below $100. For over a year, the price is going down, and we see that he made a small reduction. But it is too early to tell if it is just some movement of capital, or is he actually considering trimming this position in a substantial way. His second biggest position is Moody's. It makes up 15.31% of his portfolio, and last quarter he reduced this position by 7.41%. Moody's Corporation is the holding company for Moody's Investors Service, a credit rating agency, and Moody's Analytics, a provider of financial and analysis software and services. Chuck Akre bought his first shares in Q4 2011 for around $40. And it is the same pattern we saw in his other investments. Through the years, he is buying more and more shares of the company, and when it gets to a certain price, in this case $100 per share, he stops and just holds it. Again, we see a small reduction recently, but it is a massive gain because the stock is close to $350 per share. And his biggest position is Mastercard. It makes up 19.24% of his portfolio, and last quarter he did not make any changes to this position. Mastercard is the second largest payment processing corporation worldwide. It offers a range of money transfer options and other related payment services. He bought the first shares in Q2 2018, and again we see the same story. When he finds a great company, he's just adding to it until it reaches a certain price, and then he just holds it. So that is Chuck Akre's portfolio. And honestly, looking at the history of his investments and the companies he decided to invest in, it seems really clear that he follows the three-legged stool philosophy. He buys exceptional companies that can grow and that are run in a very wise way. We also see that when he finds such a company, he invests big, even if it means adding to a position through a number of years. As long as he believes that the price is fair, he makes it a bigger investment. And let's not forget about the dividends. 7 of his top 10 companies pay dividends, so holding them for a long time, even when the price is not going anywhere, still produces a meaningful result. So we have here a disciplined long-term value investor, and his results over the years are exceptional. So if we add those two facts together, we may come to a conclusion that such an investment philosophy can also work for us. If you enjoyed this video, you may want to see my analysis of Seth Klarman's portfolio by clicking over here. Thank you so much for watching, and see you in the next one.